let's talk about coding challenges. So first of all, this is beginners, right? So this was the beginners challenge we played yesterday. As usual, let's first of all have a look to different coding approaches, and then if anyone is particularly struggling with any question, we'll solve it. It will be either me, myself, or I'll invite you to feel the pressure on your shoulders and try to find the answer, right? So the first question was get a welcome message. So that was a very simple one, right? So we just wanted to return a welcome message, easy, right? So Ben, he skipped it. I don't know why, but I think that, it's just return a string, right? So I'm just literally going to skip that. Question number 2, get average. Interesting. So we already got, we had an array of numbers and we want to get the average, right? It's as simple as that. I have the feeling that you already had this function, right? Correct. So Chandon, why you remove it? It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's not bad. So you literally move the code to the main function. Okay, yeah. I mean, not against that. So in reality, the only thing we had to do is literally to invoke it, right? So we got the function, so we just had to invoke it like Movin did, and I believe like everyone else, right? Okay, fair enough. You agree on that, Sandon? Cool, cheers. Question number 3. How good a student am I? So we have 2 scores. So depending on the result, if both scores are about 50, like this case, it's like you're awesome. Depending on the data, we have to display one message or the other. So this is a classic if-else. So interestingly, we have different approaches. So everyone except Shandon, everyone used the ternary operator. So what you can see at the moment, I'll show you. If you compare Movin and Chandon, right? So this is a good example where the ternary operator is shorter. I don't necessarily agree it's more readable, right? So to me, the ternary operator makes sense when you have an if-else, a very simple if-else that ideally fits on a single line. It's okay if it spans multiple lines, but to me, this example will be on the limit. I'm not sure if I prefer the example on the left, Movin's, or the example on the right, Chandon. Right? So my only concern about Chandon's solution is indentation. Let's try to look after, because it's a bit complicated to read. So this curly bracket should go here, right? This is okay. This one is wrong again, should go there, right? All these things, Chandon. So yes, small details to improve readability. And also, let's try to look after spacing, right? So for example, this is perfect. So we got greater than with a space, but here you forgot to add. So yes, small details, subtle details, but let's try to look after all these things, right? Cool. And question number 4, get first available day for booking. That was arguably the most complicated one. So we have an array of days of the week from Monday to Friday, I believe, and then we wanted to find the first day that was either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, because some of the guys failed in here, and because G was very close to solve it, I'm going to invite her to solve the problem. So this is question number 5. Correct. So all yours.
So it's a find method. So I need to set up my things. So I'm looking for available days. And then that's going to go through my array. And then I want it to go in there. And then when it's in the array, I want it to look at each element and okay, so this is the bit where I got stuck on the thing, and then obviously I've since looked at the solution. So so I need it to find particular days. So then I'm only going to ask it to look for the ones that are available. So then I list them all here with a space, probably. It's Monday, I don't know what it is, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I think. Does this thing work? What is it, Wednesday and...
Yeah.
Why is that day red? Oh yeah, I haven't got my oars in. Yeah. Where are your lines on this? Oh, that's there. And then Friday. So this is the bit where I'm still stuck, because I can do it the other way, like return, but I wanted to do it as a ternary thing. Is it possible? You know the if part, where you go, if it's available day, give us the available day, and if it isn't, tell us, sorry, it's not available. Do I have to do that as an if else, or is that bit possible as ternary? Because I was trying to, as ternary. Well, I was trying and I couldn't make it work.
Maybe this is the wrong place.
Oh no, I wasn't doing it here.
Okay.
But okay, so here, then you then ask for what you want. Well, maybe with a thing.
Yep.
And then
What is missing? This example. What happens if you don't get any on the last scenario? You don't have any Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You just have Tuesday and Thursday. You want to display an error message, right?
yes,
So how do you do that?
that's the if else bit, isn't it?
Correct. If you're not sure about the term, you just use a plain if else. That's better than nothing, right?
Yeah. If available day. I don't even know how to do it with this actually. Okay, then. Oh, why is it doing it there? If available day, return available day. Does that need brackets? I don't know if that's going to work.
Okay, so what will it return?
Undefined.
Undefined. Yes. That will become undefined. Why?
Because I haven't got breakpoints and things. I haven't asked it.
Yeah. So the thing is that the first reason why this is needed will become undefined, first of all, I like the approach. I think the approach makes sense. The approach makes a lot of sense. But however, syntactically speaking, we got a few errors. So can anyone spot where the very first error is? Correct. Correct. Look. You do Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or nothing. Correct. That's the first thing. But then, D. When are you closing the parentheses?
Here maybe.
Okay? And then, if you return available day, whatever comes next will be what? What happened with this piece of code? Right. This is will be ignored, right? Because you are finishing the execution here. So why did you return the available day?
Why?
Yeah.
Because when I was solving it, I was doing it in stages. So I should take that out.
Yes. I think so, right? Because you want to return at the end, not in the middle of the script.
As soon as it gets to a return statement, it just stops and won't go.
Further, okay.
That's correct. Is there any other problem with the script? Correct. This is never going to be returned. You see? Available day,
Yeah,
it's not returned. So why didn't you put the return statement on the left?
here.
Well, yeah, it's the if, right? If something, return something.
Ah. So here.
No.
Where
No,
then?
Look at the else. Else, return. Why don't you do the same instruction for the ifs? No.
Oh, return available
If
day.
condition, return something, right? Correct. Correct. Will this work, yes or no? And why? What? It shouldn't be parentheses. Okay, these parentheses are unnecessary, but they won't hold. So they won't change the solution. Right? So parentheses are you can leave them. To me, they are unnecessary, but you can leave them.
Do I
However, is there
need-
any typo? This is a classic word challenge question. This doesn't work. Why? Say it again. No one can spot a typo here.
Are you allowed a space after fine? There's no.
There's no curly braces. Where are we missing curly braces? Correct. Correct. We are opening else. We are not closing it, right? Right. So will this work? Yes or no? And why? Yeah, that should be okay. JavaScript should be able to train. That should be okay.
Do I need a semicolon after
Not
my
necessary.
braces?
I mean, one thing is about readability and one thing is about legality. So I think that example now, it may work. So can you try to run it, please? See if you're missing anything. It works, right? So that was it. Thank you.
The last thing I would like to do to avoid running out of time is, as I mentioned to Chandon before, is look after the indentation, because that makes a huge difference in terms of readability. So the most obvious thing, if you have an if-else sentence, please do that. That's the first thing, right? And move the curly brackets to the bottom. So you see that now it's much easier to read. If condition, then return. Else, return something else, right? Also, this should be indented to the left. And we should get rid of the empty spaces. Finally, some people was complaining about this double space here. So this is a bit complicated, right? Because we cannot align that easily. Do you remember what we mentioned recently? How will we do that? What will we change here in order to make sure that the three conditions are equally indented? Say it again, Marta? New line, yes, but if we do that, correct, the parentheses, remember. Like that. You see, this is more readable. And also remember, because we have find here, either we put it there and we move everything to the right, or if we think this is simple enough, we can always put it there, something like that, right? So that should still work, correct, still works, right? So remember, when we have a long condition, we can use parentheses and then one condition on each line, right? So we don't need parentheses there. And remember to add the semicolon. Is there anything else we can optimize here?
Yeah, I want the ternary.
Ternary, correct. How do we do the ternary?
Well, this is the bit that didn't work, so I didn't know.
So to write the ternary, we can do return available day, then available day, else, right? Whatever message we want to display to the user. Something like that. Yeah, I'll go there in a minute, Tom. So first of all, this is simpler, right? Still works. But now Tom is suggesting a very sexy change. So Tom, what do you want to do? That's correct. That's correct. This is even better, right? So here we said return. If I have available day, return it. Or, this is a way to say otherwise, return that, right? So that works every time you have an if else with this structure. If I have something, return that specific thing. If not, return something else. You can use that. This is simpler. And actually, the last change I'm going to ask you to do is, what if we want to simplify find? Correct. Correct. We could. That's fine. Instead of looking for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we could search Thursday and Tuesday. But will this work? Correct. We'll have to negate the condition, right? But I want to do something different. I want to do that. You get my point? So if we got that already in place, what do we need to type here to solve the problem? We have an array, right, of days, and we want to see if this day is part of the array. Sorry? Includes, correct, correct. Remember, we can do that. As simple as that, right? Still works. If we have an array, we can easily detect if that array includes a specific day, right? That's the same thing. Any other question? No? All good? Awesome. So let's have a look to the last question, which everyone managed to complete. So let's keep it quick. So we got where is he, Alex Paris. We just had to format a string based on two variables, right? So for example, Mobin, he used the plus operator to concatenate variables in a string, which is good. Chandon did literally the same thing, right? So he concatenated strings and variables, that's good. Ben did the same thing, he concatenated the strings and variables, which is good. And Yi did the same thing, right? That's all good. But, there is always a but. How can we solve it without concatenated strings? And, well, look, sorry, first of all, the reason why you did it is because the code was already there, so there was a typo. So let's fix the typo, right? This is pretty obvious. So we have to fix that, and then the problem works. But how can we rewrite the exercise without using quotes, single quotes or double quotes? Backticks. Thank you, Chandon. So how does it work with backticks? You tell me. Yeah. And then what? Yeah. And then what? Yeah. Person. Yeah. Is in. Correct. 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 And that works. Yeah. Easy, right? Cool. That was pretty much it regarding beginners. Any question? No? All good? All good? Good scores, guys. Good progress. Thank you.